I'm Penny McCormick. I'm the CEO of MyHealthChecked PLC. MyHealthChecked PLC is a company that's set up to really help families connect with their own healthcare, to have accessibility to testing products at home that really allows them to make good decisions for their own health and well-being moving forward. We recently rebranded our organisation, moving away from a sole focus on the fertility space, which is hugely important to us, but actually really opening our offering out to wider family members. The women that lead the family make about 80% of the buying decisions there. So sometimes for them that's going to be connecting with the fertility space, but sometimes it's going to be much, much broader into the family healthcare environment. So our intention is to continue developing and bringing a range of healthcare products for the family moving forward and making those accessible and affordable. So the at-home testing space is growing. It's expected to grow significantly to around $16 billion by 2027, which is huge. And we've seen just in the last 10, 11 months through the COVID pandemic, a real shift in how people are talking about at-home testing, how they're becoming much more familiar with some of the components around that, whether it's PCR or nasal swabs or lateral flow. We're needing to use these kind of kits when we're traveling. We're getting used to having our interactions much more remotely. So when we think about connected healthcare, we expect to see a significant change there. And while this change in behaviour has been expected for quite a while, certainly everything that's happened in the world through 2020 we believe is going to really change that. As a business now that's bringing a range of DNA tests into the space, we're encouraged to see that market has really grown as well. So in 2018, over 10 million at-home DNA tests were carried out on a global scale. So DNA is increasingly being seen as important and reliable. And for us to be able to bring those kind of tests into families and make those affordable is very much part of our forward-looking strategy. In November 2020, we acquired a business called the Genome Store. That brought into our organisation a real expertise around this at-home DNA testing space. So the team that we're now connected to as a result of that acquisition, between them, have over 100 years of experience in working with some of the big DNA testing houses. A milestone that quickly followed that then was the launch of our COVID test, which we launched into the marketplace in December. And very quickly we gained approval onto the government list there as an official provider, not just for private testing, but also for test to release. So already within a very short space of time, we've demonstrated a lot of momentum, and a couple of big milestones have been achieved as a result of that. So, moving forward, we've now got a team set up within our organisation and on our strategic advisory board that can really help work with us on a commercial scale and really marry up that technical capability and that new product pipeline with our commercial operation to really make sure that we're agile in terms of what we're bringing to customers and that ongoing portfolio development. So the UK market is our primary focus. As we move into post-Brexit Britain, we've set ourselves up now as a UK-based laboratory, and we really want to own that space. We want to become a major and very well-known at-home testing player within this space. And with the team that we've got and the insights that they've gained from the industry, we believe that we've got a really strong offering that gives people great service, gives them accuracy, and does so in a really cost-effective way. So our primary focus is on the UK and really establishing our portfolio there and bringing a good range of products to market now in the next 12 to 18 months and really establishing those distribution channels, and that's direct to consumer and also into retail as well. Beyond that, we look further afield from the UK for an at-home testing provider that sends test kits out in the post and receives them back to a centralised lab. That service can still be offered to a really high standard and in a really efficient time frame, even if test kits are going overseas. So that's certainly an area for us to explore further, but also in terms of some strategic B2B operational activity as well. We've got a great pipeline of product. I said this team has got a lot of experience, and the scope for what we can bring to market is actually quite significant. So it gives us a great ability to be extremely agile and look to grow into new sectors, which is very much part of our long-term plan.